Looking for a new playmat or some custom sleeves? You can support Magic Untapped in the process by clicking on the affiliate link for Inked Gaming in the description. Hi there, Magic players. Barry White here from MagicUntapped.com and Magic Untapped here on YouTube. Well, it has been confirmed. Ajani is a Phyrexian, complete with a new card and all. Ajani, Sleeper Agent. Take a look at this thing. And it's quite heavily implied, just like was mentioned in that book leak on Amazon last month, that Dominaria United will see the end of Planeswalker Jaya Ballard at Ajani's hands. So sad. We also now know more about the set itself. First of all, we know there are two returning mechanics, Domain and Kicker, as well as two new ones. Read Ahead, which will appear on Saga cards and allow players to, essentially, begin the saga at any point, more or less skipping chapters as an enter the battlefield ability, and Enlist, which I feel harkens back to Banding, one of Magic's original abilities. Whenever a creature with Enlist attacks, you can tap a non-attacking creature without summoning sickness to add its power to your attacking creature, making the enlisting creature a bigger threat for your opponent for that attack. We also know that Wizards of the Coast is bringing about 6 of the 10 Pain dual lands that are pretty iconic to Dominaria as a plane. In fact, many of them have Dominaria-centric names, meaning that they really wouldn't make sense anywhere but Dominaria. You might notice I said 6 of the 10. That means 4, Underground River, Brushland, Landmore Wastes, and Battlefield Forge are not in Dominaria United. But don't fret, Magic's Vice President of Design, Aaron Forsyth, has already said that the other 4 are coming within this calendar year soon. And now there's even more to talk about, not just about Dominaria United, but about an entire 4-set Phyrexian story arc. And yeah, sure, you might say we're already in a Phyrexian story arc, and in a way we are. What, with Vorinclex on Kaldheim, Jin-Gitaxias on Kamigawa, and Urabrask in Streets of New Capenna. But really, those were just cameos, prequels if you will. The real story is about to begin. And that beginning is with Dominaria United, and carries over to the 3 sets that follow it. In November, The Brothers War, complete with its 1980s hairband-looking logo, comes out. And while we don't know anything too specific, we do know that the set straddles both the present and the past of Dominaria, all centered around the conflict between the Artificer brothers, Urza and Mishra. This conflict can even be played out with the set's pre-release packs, which will be, at least in part, themed around each of the war's 2 sides, in Urza's Iron Alliance and Mishra's Burnished Banner. Of course, that means plenty of artifacts. Wizards of the Coast has teased artwork of what looks like gigantic dragon engines, large mech-like war machines, and combat-ready flying machines. This is also the set I'm expecting those other 4 Pain lands to appear in. And how does this set tie into the current Phyrexian story arc that kicks off with Dominaria United? Well, in the Wizards Presents 2002 presentation, Wizards let on that the fate of the future might be rooted in the past. After the Brothers' War comes Phyrexia, All Will Be One, in early 2023, which takes place on the plane of New Phyrexia, as the Phyrexian leader, Alish Norn, progresses towards total Phyrexian domination of the universe. Then, a 2-part set of sorts with March of the Machine and March of the Machine The Aftermath, both coming out in spring of 2023. It's the multiverse versus the Phyrexians. And just looking at this piece of key art, you can see entities from a number of planes, including spirit dragons from Kamigawa, Esika and her cat-drawn chariot, Chandra Nalaar, and more. We do know though that when the dust settles, the fabric of the multiverse will be forever changed. Again. That's where March of the Machine The Aftermath comes in. The Aftermath ties together loose ends and kicks off some new beginnings for what's to come in the sets thereafter. As for what sets are going to come out after that, well, Wizards of the Coast has unveiled 2 new post-Phyrexian story art sets. Wilds of Eldraine, which takes place not amongst the various courts and castles of Eldraine, but rather in the Plains wilderness, and features cards and concepts inspired by even more classic fairy tales. Wilds of Eldraine will then be followed up with a return to the plane of Ixalan with the set The Lost Caverns of Ixalan, which Wizards says will have players, quote, spelunking for buried treasure. Dinosaurs, by the way, are all but guaranteed. Finally, Wizards of the Coast has addressed this whole Dominaria Remastered rumor that had popped up in recent weeks. Just exactly what is it? Well, let's say it looks something rather remarkable. In fact, it's so remarkable that I'm going to do a completely separate video just about Dominaria Remastered. There's that much to point out. Thank you very much for watching. That's it for me for now. If you want to support Magic Untapped, please subscribe to us here on YouTube and toss a buck on our Patreon tip jar to support more great Magic the Gathering content.